Love where you live and play with Lindsay Management. Affordable apartments and golf memberships at 9 and 18-hole courses. Buying or selling? Trust Lindsay and Associates. Serving the community for over 50 years. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
Want to run faster, jump higher, move with more power? The Sports Recovery and Development Program at Bridges Therapy Group builds speed, strength, agility, and endurance while correcting movement issues that can cause injury. Give your athlete the edge. Schedule an assessment today at srdathlete.com.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
One thing we preached all week was, trying to start fast, but finish faster and finish well and get better as the game goes on. And I thought they did that.
A look back at some of the action from Week 9 as we are finally in the last week of the regular season of high school football. It is Monday, November 3rd, and this is Varsity Vibe Today. Welcome into Varsity Vibe on this Monday. I'm your host, Alyssa Orange. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had a great weekend, a good Halloween, a good time out at some high school volleyball or football action, whatever it may be. But thank you so much, as always, for joining us here on Varsity Vibe today. And we are in the last week of the regular season of high school football. And before we get excited and look ahead, we got to look back at the exciting action from Week 9 and our Lewis Automotive opening drive. So here are some scores from around Friday. Cabot getting the 42-21 win over Little Rock Central. Conway continuing to roll. Pulaski Academy getting the 49-22 win over Little Rock Southwest. Bryant remaining undefeated on the season, 38-7 win over North Little Rock. Bentonville West 56-0 over Fort Smith. Fayetteville, Rogers, Bentonville, all winners as well. Mountain Home, the 44-20 win over Van Buren. And Greenwood, 56-21, that win over Fort Smith Southside. El Dorado, Marion, and Sylvan Hills, all winners. Joe T. Robinson remaining undefeated with a 35-0 win over Pine Bluff. Searcy getting the win over Maumelle. Jacksonville, 49-8 over Whitehall. And Brooklyn, the 21-6 win over Paragould. Now, here's some of my takeaways from Friday night. We've got a handful of teams that remain undefeated on the season entirely or in conference play alone, including Greenbrier with their win over Harrison on Friday. Our team was at their game and caught this post-game speech from head coach Randy Tribble.
9-0 is your life. I'm an old man. That's been 9-0 very often, but sure is fun.
Greenbrier wraps up the regular season hosting Valonia on Friday. Bentonville also undefeated on the season with a big game against Bentonville West this upcoming Friday. Running back Chris Ficklin scoring 2 touchdowns in their 63-7 win over Springdale.
I just got to thank my whole life for giving me holes and everything. My pursuits was blocking hard. It's finding me a gap to run through. So as long as they do that, the rest is going to take care of itself.
The Fayetteville Bulldogs keeping their playoff hopes alive with a win over Heritage. Our Hannah McCarver with head coach Casey Dick afterwards.
All right, Coach, a big 51-14 win over Rogers Heritage. How do you feel after a gregreat win?
It's awesome. We just wanted to make sure, number one, we challenge our kids and just making sure, we get a lot of momentum going towards the end of the year. Getting a road win late in the years, it doesn't matter. It's all about building momentum for the end of the year. And our kids came out, played well, played hard. We've got to continue, going next week and sending the seniors out the right way and focusing on those guys and making sure we handle business.
And looking at Central Arkansas, Bryant and Conway, both undefeated in conference play. They're going to face off on Friday, which will be a thriller in Conway. I can't wait to see how that one goes down. And also got to give a shout out to Elkins. How about the Elks securing their 4th straight conference championship with a win over Gravette on Friday?
The Everett difference means we are committed to giving back to the communities we serve.
When I think of Everett, I think of them more than just a car dealership.
Everett's involvement in the community is phenomenal. I see it in the police and fire department. I see it in the Boys and Girls Club.
They're just constantly giving back to the community that helped build them.
I would recommend them first, always. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. drivedsi.com.
The 2025 high school volleyball state title games happening Saturday at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs. It was a day of action from start to finish, and we got a little bit of everything. Fayetteville and Conway meeting in the 6A, and the Wampuscats winning back-to-back state titles in 4 sets. Farmington, the Cardinals going undefeated in conference action and in the state title game for the very first time, but falling in a heartbreaker to an undefeated conference team as well in Marion. The Cardinals falling in 5 sets in the 5A, Marion winning their 4th title. Pulaski Academy winning their first state title against Westside to open up the day in 4A. And then in 3A, Mansfield defeating Harding Academy, and Hackett the winners of the 2A state title. That is all for Varsity Vibe today. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday. And remember to follow along on all of the great content. If you missed it on Friday night when we were out at all those high school games, make sure to go back and look at that great stuff that all of our creators put together for us on our social media platforms. That's X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, as well as subscribe to the podcast and to our YouTube channel, and sign up for the newsletter coming to your inbox twice a week. That's at varsityvibearkansas.com. A special thank you to our sponsors, Lewis Automotive, Lindsay, Bridges Therapy, Everett Chevrolet, Quick Turf, DSI Trucking, and L&L Metal Fabrication. Quick Turf is the go-to team for building championship-level sports facilities for public schools, private schools, and the entire school district. They also install beautiful backyard putting greens for homeowners. Known for lifelike, eco-friendly turf, Quick Turf handles everything from design and lighting to drainage and final landscaping. Their all-in-one approach delivers high-performance surfaces for athletes and low-maintenance greens that last for years. With preventative maintenance programs, they keep every field and green looking game day ready. Schedule a free consultation today at quickturf.com. That's QIKturf.com. At L&L Metal Fabrication, strength isn't just in the steel, it's in the craftsmanship, precision, and trust we bring to every project. From small custom jobs to big industrial projects, our team has the experience and equipment to get it done right and built to last. Whether you're building, repairing, or designing something new, we'll help turn your vision into reality. Call L&L Metal Fabrication today at 479-361-9640 or visit llmetalfab.com. L&L Metal Fabrication. Custom craft built to last.